If we're being honest with ourselves, most of us spend our lives trying to fix everything around us, our careers, our finances, our relationships, yet we rarely stop to fix the one thing that actually controls all of it, the heart. In our tradition, the heart is not just a poetic symbol, it is the command center of your entire existence. The Prophet Fd taught us that there is a piece of flesh in the body. If it is sound, the entire body is sound, and if it is corrupted, the entire body is corrupted. That piece of flesh is the heart. Now think about that for a moment. This means your external life is simply a reflection of your internal state. The chaos you experience outside is often a mirror of the disorder within. When the heart is filled with confusion, doubt, arrogance, or attachment to the dunya, it begins to distort how you see everything. You misinterpret people's intentions, you react emotionally instead of wisely, and you chase things that ultimately leave you empty. Psychologically, your heart shapes your perception, and your perception shapes your reality. We live in a time where people are obsessed with self-improvement, but most of it is surface level. It's about productivity hacks, morning routines, financial goals. And while there is nothing inherently wrong with these, they are incomplete. Because you can optimize your schedule and still feel lost, you can achieve your goals and still feel empty. Why? Because the heart was neglected in the process. The Arabic, Alif Arabic, Lam Arabic, Alf Arabic, Lam Arabic, is not just about emotions, it is about intention, sincerity, and direction. It determines why you do what you do. Two people can perform the exact same action, but one is elevated in the sight of Allah while the other gains nothing. What makes the difference? It is the state of the heart. This is why scholars have always emphasized that Arabic, Alif Arabic, Sada Arabic, Lam Arabic, Alif Arabic, Het Arabic, Alif Arabic, Lam Arabic, Alf Arabic, Lam Arabic, by rectifying the heart, is the foundation of all Arabic, Alif Arabic, Sada Arabic, Lam Arabic, Alif Arabic, Het, all rectification in life. When the heart is aligned with Allah, something remarkable happens. Your priorities become clear. The noise of the world begins to fade. You're no longer easily shaken by every hardship or distracted by every temptation. There is a Arabic, Noon Arabic, Waw Arabic, Tain Arabic, Meme Arabic, Noon Arabic, Alif Arabic, Lam Arabic, Sin Arabic, Kaf Arabic, Yet Arabic, Noon Arabic, Tet, but a tranquility that settles within you. And this tranquility is not dependent on your circumstances. It comes from knowing that your heart is connected to the one who controls all circumstances. On the other hand, when the heart is disconnected from Allah, even the best of situations feel heavy. You could have everything people dream of: wealth, status, success, and still feel a deep void that nothing seems to fill. That emptiness is not a lack of things, it is a lack of connection. It is the heart signaling that something fundamental is missing. So the real question is not, how do I fix my life? The real question is, what is the condition of my heart right now? Because your life is simply the output. The heart is the source, and if you don't address the source, you will keep chasing temporary solutions for a permanent problem. This is why the journey of fixing your life must begin internally. It begins with self-awareness, with honesty, with the willingness to confront what's inside you. Your intentions, your attachments, your spiritual state. And it requires effort because the heart is constantly changing. It is not static. It can incline toward Arabic, Alif Arabic, Lam Arabic, Get Arabic, Yet Arabic, or drift toward darkness depending on what you feed it. So reflect deeply. What are you feeding your heart on a daily basis? Is it bringing you closer to Allah or pulling you further away? Because at the end of the day, if the heart is right, everything else will eventually fall into place. But if the heart is broken, nothing you fix on the outside will truly fix you. Fix your heart, and watch how your entire life begins to follow. Building on this idea that the heart is the command center, we now have to confront a difficult but necessary reality. The heart does not remain pure on its own. It is constantly being affected by what we do, what we say, and even what we think. Every action leaves an imprint. And in our tradition, sins are not just legal violations, they are spiritual events that leave Arabic, alif mamdud, Arabic, that Arabic, alif Arabic, rot traces on the heart. The Prophet, letter FDFA, described this in a very profound way. When a person commits a sin, a black dot appears on the heart. If they repent, it is wiped clean, but if they persist, that darkness begins to spread until it covers the entire heart. Now, think about this not just spiritually, but psychologically. When you repeatedly engage in something you know is wrong, your sensitivity to it decreases. What once bothered your conscience slowly becomes normal. This is how the heart loses its ability to distinguish clearly between right and wrong. And this is dangerous because guidance is not just about knowledge, it is about receptivity. You can hear the truth, you can even understand it intellectually, but if the heart is darkened, it won't penetrate. It won't move you. This is why sometimes people sit in powerful reminders, listen to Quran, hear deep Arabic, Kaf Arabic, Lam Arabic, Alif Arabic, Meme, and yet feel nothing. It's not because the message lacks power, it's because the heart has been numbed. But here is the beauty of our Arabic, Dal Arabic, yet Arabic, Noon. No matter how dark the heart becomes, it is never beyond repair. This is where Tawbah repentance enters, not as a ritual, but as a transformative process. Tawbah is not just saying Astaghfirullah with the tongue. It is a moment of deep internal realization where you recognize the distance that has grown between you and Allah, and you make a conscious decision to return. Philosophically, Tawbah is an act of realignment. It is you acknowledging that your current trajectory is leading you away from your purpose and choosing to redirect yourself. Psychologically, it is incredibly powerful because it breaks cycles. It interrupts patterns of behavior that were slowly shaping your identity. Spiritually, it is Arabic, Noon Arabic, Wow Arabic, Rot. It brings light back into a space that had become dark. And one of the greatest deceptions of Shaitan is to make people believe that they are too far gone, that their sins are too many, too frequent, too serious. But this mindset itself is a barrier to healing. Because if you believe there is no way back, you stop trying. And that is exactly what Shaitan wants, not the sin itself, but your Arabic, Lif Arabic, Sin Arabic, Ta Arabic, Meme Arabic, Rot Arabic, Lif Arabic, rot in it. Allah, on the other hand, opens the door again and again, not once, not twice, but repeatedly. The concept of Tawbah in Islam is not limited by how many times you fall. It is only limited by when you stop returning. This is why some of the greatest people in the sight of Allah are not those who never sinned, but those who constantly repented. Their hearts remained alive because they never allowed darkness to settle. And when Tawbah is sincere, it does more than just erase sin. It transforms the heart. It softens it, it humbles it, it makes you more aware, more conscious, more connected. You begin to feel again. You begin to respond to reminders. The Quran starts to resonate differently. Salah begins to feel meaningful. This is not coincidence. This is the direct Arabic, Hams Talif Arabic, that Arabic, rot of a heart being cleansed. So the question is not whether you have sinned, we all have. The real question is, what is your response after the sin? Do you justify it, ignore it, normalize it? Or do you turn back, even if it's quietly, even if it's imperfectly, even if it's just a whisper in the night asking Allah for forgiveness? Because every sin darkens the heart, but every sincere tawbah brings it back to life. And if you truly want to fix your life, don't just focus on avoiding sin, focus on mastering the art of returning to Allah after you fall. Because the difference between a dead heart and a living one is simple. One keeps drifting away, and the other always finds its way back. If we take this discussion one step further, it becomes clear that the state of your heart is directly tied to the state of your relationship with Allah. These are not two separate conversations. They are the same reality viewed from different angles. Your heart is the vessel, and your connection with Allah is what fills that vessel. If that connection is weak, inconsistent, or superficial, the heart begins to feel it almost immediately. Many people today struggle with a sense of emptiness they cannot fully explain. On the surface, life might look stable. Responsibilities are being met, goals are being pursued, distractions are plenty. But internally, there is a quiet dissatisfaction, a lack of depth, a feeling that something essential is missing. And often, the mistake we make is trying to fill that emptiness with more of the same, more achievements, more entertainment, more validation from others. But the heart was not designed to be fulfilled by these things. It was created with a very specific purpose, to know Allah, to connect with Him, to find its Arabic, Alif Mamdud, Arabic, Rot Arabic, Alif Arabic, Meme and Arabic, Sin Arabic, Kaf Arabic, Farsi Ya Arabic, Noon Arabic letter 6C, one in His remembrance. When that purpose is neglected, the imbalance begins, and no matter how much you try to compensate externally, the internal void remains. This is why your relationship with Allah is not just a religious obligation, it is an existential necessity. It defines how you interpret your experiences. When that relationship is strong, even hardships begin to transform in meaning. You no longer see difficulties as random or purely negative. You begin to see them as part of a larger wisdom, as moments of growth, as opportunities to draw closer to Allah. This shift in perspective is incredibly powerful. It doesn't remove pain, but it gives pain a purpose. Psychologically, this creates resilience. A person who is connected to Allah does not break easily because their sense of stability is not anchored in the temporary. Their Arabic, Alif Arabic, Meme Arabic, Farsi Arabic, Dal is not tied to outcomes alone, but to the one who controls outcomes. So when things don't go their way, they feel disappointment, but not despair. There is a deeper layer of trust that holds them together. On the other hand, when the relationship with Allah is weak, the same hardships feel overwhelming. Without that anchor, every problem feels heavier than it actually is. Small issues become sources of major anxiety. Setbacks begin to define your sense of self-worth, and slowly, life starts to feel like a series of burdens rather than a meaningful journey. Even in moments of success, the difference is striking. A heart connected to Allah experiences gratitude, humility, and a sense of responsibility. Success becomes a means of drawing closer to Him, but a disconnected heart experiences Arabic, Ain Arabic, Rot Arabic, Wow Arabic, Rot arrogance or Arabic Ta Arabic, Deen Arabic, Lam Arabic, Af with the Dunya. And ironically, even success begins to feel hollow because it lacks spiritual grounding. This is why the quality of your life is not determined by what happens to you, but by how your heart processes what happens to you. And that processing is shaped by your relationship with Allah. So the real question is not, how can I make my life easier? The real question is, how can I strengthen my connection with Allah so that I can navigate life with clarity and purpose? Because when that connection is strong, everything else begins to align. Your decisions improve, your reactions become more measured, your priorities shift toward what truly matters. And strengthening that relationship does not require anything extraordinary. It begins with consistency in small acts, being present in your salah, engaging with the Quran not just as a ritual but as guidance, making Deen, hikr with awareness, turning to Allah in moments of both ease and difficulty. These are simple actions, but they have profound effects on the heart. Over time, you begin to notice a change. Arabic, Noon Arabic, Wow Arabic, Deen Arabic, Meme Arabic, Noon Arabic, Alif Arabic, Lam Arabic, Hot Arabic, Meme Arabic, Hams, Atat Alif Arabic, Noon Arabic, Yet Arabic, Noon Arabic, Tet Ma'bud, starts to settle within you. You feel less shaken by external circumstances. You find clarity where there was confusion. And most importantly, you begin to feel connected not just intellectually, but emotionally and spiritually. So reflect honestly, what is the current state of your relationship with Allah? Is it something you prioritize or something you fit in when convenient? Because at the end of the day, your heart will always reflect what it is most connected to. Strengthen your connection with Allah, and you will find that even in the chaos of life, your heart remains at peace. As we continue this discussion, it becomes necessary to address something that is often overlooked, yet incredibly destructive: the diseases of the heart. Because it is not only external sins that darken the heart, but also internal states that quietly corrupt it over time. And what makes these diseases more dangerous is precisely this: they are subtle, they are hidden, and in many cases, they are socially acceptable. A person can recognize when they have committed a visible sin. There is usually a moment of awareness, even guilt. But the diseases of the heart, things like jealousy, arrogance, hatred, insincerity, and an excessive attachment to the dunya, these do not always trigger that same alarm. In fact, they often disguise themselves as something else. Arrogance can appear as confidence. Jealousy can be justified as ambition. Arabic, Het Arabic, Ba Arabic, Alif Arabic, Lam Arabic, Dal Arabic, Noon Arabic, Yet Arabic, Alif can be normalized as just living life. But internally, these traits are corrosive. They reshape how you see the world and how you interact with others. Take jealousy, for example. It is not just a feeling of wanting what someone else has. It is a state that disturbs your inner peace. Instead of focusing on your own growth, your attention becomes fixated on others. You begin to measure your worth through comparison, and no matter what you achieve, it never feels enough. Or consider arrogance. At its core, arrogance is a distortion of the self. It creates an inflated sense of importance that disconnects you from humility. And Arabic, Het Arabic, Af Arabic, Farsi Ye Arabic, Af Arabic, psychologically, it prevents growth because you no longer see your own flaws clearly. Spiritually, it is even more dangerous because it was the very disease that led to the downfall of Shaitan. When arrogance enters the heart, it blocks sincerity, and without sincerity, even good deeds lose their weight. Then there is hatred and resentment. These are burdens that people carry within themselves, often for years. And while they may believe they are holding onto these feelings as a form of justice or self-protection, in reality, they are the ones being consumed. The heart was not designed to carry such weight. Over time, it leads to bitterness, emotional fatigue, and a constant state of Arabic, Dal Arabic, Alif Arabic, Get Arabic, Lam Arabic, Yet unrest. And perhaps one of the most pervasive diseases is excessive attachment to the dunya. It is subtle because it is reinforced by the world around us. We are constantly being told to chase more, achieve more, acquire more, and again, there is nothing inherently wrong with seeking success. The problem arises when the heart becomes attached, when these things are no longer tools, but become the source of your identity and worth. When that happens, your emotional state becomes dependent on what you have and what you don't have. If you gain, you feel elevated. If you lose, you feel shattered. There is no stability because your heart is tied to something that is constantly changing. This is why these diseases are more dangerous than physical illnesses. A physical illness affects your body, but these spiritual diseases affect your perception, your decisions, your relationships, and ultimately, your relationship with Allah. And the tragedy is that a person can live with them for years without actively trying to cure them. But just like any disease, the first step is recognition. You have to be willing to look inward honestly. Not defensively, not superficially, but with a genuine desire to understand what is within your heart. What are the patterns of thought that dominate your mind? What emotions do you return to most frequently? What triggers your reactions? Because whatever repeatedly surfaces is not sluche a ik atkoi. It is a reflection of what resides within. And once you recognize these diseases, the next step is to actively work against them. This requires humility. It requires dua. It requires conscious effort to replace negative traits with positive ones, gratitude instead of jealousy, humility instead of arrogance, forgiveness instead of resentment, detachment instead of obsession with the dunya. This is not an overnight process. It is a continuous struggle, a form of internal jihad. But it is a struggle worth engaging in, because the quality of your heart determines the quality of your life. So ask yourself honestly, what is growing inside your heart right now? Because if you do not remove the diseases within, they will quietly shape the life you live without you even realizing it. Purify your heart, not just from what you do, but from what you feel, and you will begin to experience a kind of peace that no external success can ever give. If we truly understand what it means to purify the heart, then we also begin to understand one of the most beautiful outcomes of that process. When the heart is sincere and clean, it begins to attract the help of Allah in ways that cannot always be explained through logic alone. This is what we refer to as barakah, a subtle yet powerful increase that enters your life, not necessarily by adding more, but by making what you already have more meaningful, more effective, and more fulfilling. Barakah is not something you can manufacture through strategy. It is not the result of clever planning or sheer effort alone. It is a gift from Allah, and it is deeply connected to the state of your heart. When your intentions are sincere, when your Arabic, Lif Arabic, Lam Arabic, Alf Arabic, Lam Arabic, Ba is not driven by ego or Arabic, Dal Arabic, Noon Arabic, Farsi Ya Arabic Alif, when your actions are aligned with pleasing Allah rather than impressing people, something shifts. The same effort begins to produce different results. You might find that your time feels more expansive. Tasks that once felt overwhelming become manageable. You achieve more, not because you are doing more, but because there is clarity and focus in what you do. This is barakah in time. Similarly, wealth may not dramatically increase, but it begins to feel sufficient. There is contentment, there is ease, there is a sense that what you have is enough. This is barakah in provision. And perhaps most importantly, there is barakah in decisions. When the heart is pure, it becomes more attuned to what is right. You begin to make choices with a level of wisdom that goes beyond mere calculation. Doors open at the right moments. Certain paths become clear while others close off, sometimes without you fully understanding why. But later, when you reflect, you realize that there was an Arabic, Noon Arabic, Waw Arabic, Tain Arabic, Meme Arabic, Noon Arabic, Lif Arabic, Lam Arabic, Ta Arabic, Waw Arabic, Va Arabic, Yet Arabic, Alf, a divine facilitation guiding you. From a psychological perspective, sincerity simplifies the mind. When your intentions are divided partly for Allah, partly for people, partly for your ego, you create internal conflict. You overthink, you second guess, you feel anxious about outcomes and perceptions. But when your intention is unified, when it is grounded in seeking Allah's pleasure, that internal noise begins to quiet down. There is a sense of direction that reduces confusion. This does not mean life becomes free of difficulty. Even with a pure heart, you will still face challenges, but the difference is in how those challenges are experienced. There is a Arabic, Noon Arabic, Wow Arabic, Tain Arabic, Meme Arabic, Noon Arabic, Alif Arabic, Lam Arabic, Hot Arabic, Meme Arabic Hams, Atat Alif Arabic, Noon Arabic, Yet Arabic, Noon Arabic Tet, but that remains even in uncertainty. You trust that whatever is unfolding is under the control of Allah, and that trust itself becomes a source of strength. It is also important to understand that barakah is not always visible in the way we expect. Sometimes it is in what Allah protects you from. Opportunities that seem appealing may be removed from your life, and at the time it feels like a loss. But in reality, it is a form of Arabic, Rot Arabic, Het Arabic, Meme Arabic Tet Abut. A pure heart connected to Allah is often guided away from what would have harmed it, even if it cannot see it immediately. And this is why sincerity is so central. It is not just about doing good actions, it is about why you are doing them. The heart that seeks Allah alone is a heart that is freed from the constant need for validation. It is no longer dependent on people's approval or recognition. And that freedom in itself is a form of barakah, so the real question is not how can I get more out of life? The real question is how can I purify my intentions so that Allah places barakah in what I already have? Because when barakah enters your life, even the small becomes sufficient, even the little becomes impactful, and even the ordinary becomes meaningful. So focus on the state of your heart, refine your intentions, align your actions with sincerity. Because when your heart is right with Allah, He will place a blessing in your life that no amount of effort alone could ever produce. At this point, it should be clear that fixing the heart is not a one-time decision. It is an ongoing process, a continuous struggle that requires awareness, effort, and consistency. The heart, by its very nature, is unstable. It shifts, it fluctuates, it is influenced by everything around it. This is why the scholars would say that the heart is called kalb because it constantly turns. One moment it is Arabic, Het Arabic, Alif Arabic, Daida Arabic, wrought and connected, and the next it becomes distracted, heedless, or even distant. So, the idea that you can fix your heart once and for all is an illusion. What we are really talking about is committing to a lifelong process of Arabic, Meme Arabic, Rot Arabic, Alif Arabic, Af Arabic, Ba Arabic, Tet Mabut, of being aware of your internal state, and Arabic, Meme Arabic, Jim Arabic, Alif Arabic, Ha Arabic, Dal Arabic, Tet Abut, striving against your Arabic, Alif Arabic, Lam Arabic, Noon Arabic, Va Arabic Sin. This is what is often referred to as jihad al-nafs the struggle against the self, and it is, without question, one of the most difficult struggles a person can undertake. Why? Because the enemy in this case is not external. It is not something you can simply walk away from. It is within you. Your desires, your impulses, your habits, your tendencies. And often, it whispers in a voice that sounds like your own thoughts. It justifies, it rationalizes, it delays. It tells you that you will change later, that this one compromise is not a big deal, that you are already doing enough. This is where discipline becomes essential. Fixing the heart requires structure. It requires consistent acts that keep you grounded, even when you don't feel motivated. Salah, for example, is not just a ritual, it is a mechanism of realignment. It pulls you back 5 times a day from whatever distraction you were immersed in and reminds you of your purpose. Hikr is not just repetition, it is Arabic, Ta Arabic, Dal Arabic, Rot Arabic, Yet Arabic, Ba for the heart, training it to remain connected to Allah even in moments of heedlessness. The Quran, when engaged with reflection, acts as a mirror. It reveals to you what is within you. It challenges your assumptions, corrects your Arabic, meme Arabic, seen Arabic, Farsi Arabic, rot, and softens your heart. But all of these tools only work if they are approached with consistency. Occasional effort produces occasional results. But transformation comes from sustained engagement, and part of this journey is accepting that you will fall. You will have moments of Arabic, Daida Arabic, Tain Arabic, Fa. There will be days when your heart feels distant when Arabic, Tain Arabic, Ba Arabic, Alif Arabic, Dal Arabic, Alif Arabic, Ta feel heavy when motivation is low. This is not a sign that you have failed. It is part of the process. The key is not to allow those moments to define you. The key is to return again and again. This cycle of slipping and returning is not a flaw in the journey, it is the journey itself. Each time you return, you are reinforcing something within you. You are teaching your heart where it belongs. Over time, that return becomes quicker, more sincere, more natural. The Arabic, Fa Arabic, Alif Arabics, Ida Arabic, Lam Arabic, Tet Ma But, between heedlessness and awareness begins to shrink. From a psychological standpoint, this is how habits are formed and identities are shaped. You are not defined by a single action, but by patterns. And when your pattern becomes one of consistently turning back to Allah, even after mistakes, your heart begins to stabilize in that direction. It is also important to create an environment that supports this struggle. What you expose yourself to matters. The people you surround yourself with, the content you consume, the conversations you engage in, all of these either nourish your heart or drain it. You cannot expect a Arabic, Alf Arabic, Lam Arabic, Ba to remain pure while constantly feeding it with what contradicts that purity. So be intentional, protect your inputs, choose what aligns with the Arabic, Alf Arabic, Lam Arabic, Ba you are trying to build, and throughout all of this, never lose sight of one thing: you are not doing this alone. Allah is not waiting for you to become perfect before He helps you. His help accompanies your effort. Even the desire to change, even the discomfort you feel with your own shortcomings, these are signs that Allah is already guiding you. So don't wait for a perfect moment. Don't wait until you feel ready. Begin now with whatever you have, at whatever level you are. Because fixing your heart is not about reaching a final destination. It is about committing to a direction. And if you stay committed to that direction, no matter how many times you stumble, you will find that Allah continues to guide you, refine you, and ultimately transform you. So keep striving, keep returning, and keep your heart anchored to Allah, because the journey of fixing your heart is the journey of fixing your entire life.